Hello everybody, let's talk about the current Skyrim playthrough and some issues. Quite an important video for a sit and talk. First of all, 10, that's playthrough 10 is due out this week. It's scheduled to be released at some point, just been uploaded. It will involve me doing the shrine quest in Solitude, not Solitude, Solstheim, and getting the main plot running. You will not see the Neloth Black book quest because it's bugged. I actually found out that after they updated the anniversary edition, some of those pedestals, which you normally put the cubes on, they're not selectable. You cannot select them at all. So I had to use TCL to get through doors in order to actually through. And I've done this thousands of times, these particular quests. And I know how it works, and it's just not working anymore. They seem to have broken something. It could be a corrupt game, maybe, I don't know. But one thing about Bethesda's games are, once a script is triggered, it's permanently in your save. You can't just retry. And this thing there was just broken. So that video won't be uploaded. That would have been 11. Instead, there'd be a different 11. But I might follow the Neloth quests a bit more, because that's an interesting. Neloth is an interesting character. He's a Telvanni, mage, quite an important one. So I might follow his quest line a bit, because I found his quest line to be fun and interesting. Also, I'm going to do the Fighters Guild, but the Fighters Guild, when I revisit it, I'll be probably just doing a video dedicated to that. So people that want to know about the Fighters Guild can just jump straight in and get on with that. But I've had a few questions, right? One from Ryan about why the Mark app won't work for him. Now, I'm answering this question because I think he's got confused about how the mod works. If I thought for a second he just ignored the quest log, I wouldn't be answering his question at all. And I'll tell you why in a minute, right? But anyhow, you've got to earn the right to open up the Mark app branch, Ryan, which means you do the Solitude quests, which is easier to do because I've taken one out because it was buggy and redistributed the points. So you get the points faster in the first few missions. Right, so you earn the right to do it. Now the way that works is, if you imagine you've got points for doing missions, and if you rush through them you get 2 points. If you did it properly, did all the bits involved, the side quests, not side quests, but the side bits, you might get 5. Now imagine Markaf opens if you get 10 points. You do 2 missions, do it properly, that's 5 points each, that's 10, Markaf opens. But you rush through them, that's 2 points. You have to do 5 quests to get the same guild hall to open. That's how it works. So if you rushed through it, right, without doing it properly, you've got a lot more quests to do before that one opens. Also, there's a danger later on, says that you might not be able to have enough points to get the final guild hall open at all. You might, because you rush through it, you might not be able to get that Riften guild hall. But for the Markaf one, you have to finish a Forsworn conspiracy quest. This is explained when you get to Markaf, when you talk to the Fighters Guild guy there who's trying to establish himself in Markaf. He will explain this to you and you will know, right? And this is why, if you've done that and you've ignored what he said, and I wouldn't be answering this question, but I think you've actually made a genuine mistake there and just assumed something that isn't actually the case. Somebody else, see if I can find his name. Now this was weeks ago. So ones I have responded to. Let's have a look. By the way, just so you know, YouTube questions are horrendous. Absolutely, the comments absolutely horrendous, and they're not laid out very well at all. Right, right. Well, we've got some more questions. I can't find it. But anyway, one guy who was sitting there going, he respects the facts about white arrows. Can't find him here. He's here somewhere, I know he is, but I just can't find it. It was a fairly recent one. There we go, there we go. That's Ryan again, right? Yeah. Now Ryan's Valid point. But the reason for that, it's related to not reading quest logs. Way back in the day, I had people asking me a question on the forum that was already answered by the quest log and by the readme and on the website and everywhere else. But they'd ask it on the forum, I'd answer. Another question would be asked, same question. The answer you wanted would be literally the post above it, but they'd ask the question anyway. So I'd repeat the same answer. And that would go on for 30 or 40 pages in a forum. They just wouldn't read the question immediately above. They wouldn't read the quest log. I got sick of it. I got absolutely sick of it. People started thinking I was arrogant, I was rude, because quite frankly, I got to the point where I just thought, fuck off! Read the fucking quest log. That's why it's there. And people thought I was arrogant and whatever. I was behaving quite badly, but you want to think of it this way. I had thousands of these people failing to read, quest logs, readmes and stuff. Not just one or two, thousands. I just got on my wick. Even today, I just think, fuck right off. So if you see people, who could get their answer from a quest log or a readme, you know that I'm going to spot that and I'm not going to react very well. These days, I just won't answer their question. Right, as simple as that. Back then, I thought, what is wrong with these people? So anyhow, what I did as part of the way of solving that problem was I removed the white arrows. I thought, I don't want these people playing my mods. These people have no business playing quest mods because they clearly can't read quest logs, and that's a pretty important element of reading, of doing quest mods, is being able to read the quest log. So yeah. So I removed the white arrows of some quests because I actually went further than that. I went a lot further than that, and quite frankly, I still enjoy this today. In some of the Winterhold quests, I did a test. Right, the quest log dialogue says, "Ignore the white arrow. It's an illusion. It's not really there. It will mislead you and send you off in the wrong direction. Instead, go to this location and talk to this person," or words to those effects. But then the white arrow would just link to a book in a different room, whilst the quest told you to go in that direction, the white arrow would send you in that direction. If you followed the white arrow and you opened that book, it disabled all the quests for Winterhold. It labelled you as a special mage. And from that moment on, the mod took the piss out of you because you couldn't follow instructions. And if you do it the other way, you would literally be in on the joke. But if you went that way, you'd have the piss taken out of you and you wouldn't even know it was happening and that you were the butt of the joke. Right? Because you wouldn't see any more quests. The whole quest line would shut down there and then because you weren't following instructions. That's how I felt about it. I made an entire quest line just to take the piss out of these people because I got sick of it. But anyhow, it was kind of like these special mages. In fact, when you go into practice some light spells, you go into a training area where they were casting light spells, right, in the dark, right. You hear this dialogue going, voices coming from the dark going, "Hello, anybody there? It's a bit dark in here, isn't it? Can someone turn the lights on?" That going on. And you talk to the tutor says to you, "Yeah, they came here for training in illusion or whatever it is and didn't bother learning the spell, they just dashed off into the dark. These are rather special mages," and that's where the term is coined. But it's because I got sick of dealing with people not reading quest logs. And it's just ridiculous. Even today, I think people that can't be asked to read the quest logs to follow the quest shouldn't really be playing the game. I mean, admittedly, we all do it. Right, but usually when we get stuck, we'll go back and read the quest log. These people don't go back and read the quest log. So yeah, right. Anyhow, more questions. Tyler Embry here, just wondering if I went through the campaign in Dark Brotherhood, it says in Civil War, it says, does this stop the missions from being started because I can't get the quest to trigger after speeding through them? No, you've done all the right things, Tyler. If you actually aren't getting the quest, it's probably because you haven't done diplomatic immunity. Diplomatic immunity is quite an important quest. If you think about it, you're still going to be at war with the Falmor. So they're not going to invite you to a party, are they? So you get the party out of the way, Right, that way you can declare war on them safely and everything's fine. It's just a question of, it look a bit odd if you invited your enemy to a party, so you've got to do diplomatic immunity. Finley Beck, just a question. If I've gone down the destroy the Dark Brotherhood line, will it stop me becoming emperor? Yes, it would, mate. The Dark Brotherhood, right, has to kill the emperor. Otherwise, it won't be vacant, the seat of emperor, would it? It'll still have somebody sat in it. You can't have two emperors. You have to kill the previous emperor to become emperor yourself. So sorry, Finley, but yeah, you have to be in the Dark Brotherhood. You have to kill the emperor. That way the seat's vacant. To be honest though, the guy is absolutely useless as emperor and he's destroying the empire. It needs a dragonborn to save the empire. So you should, if you're a proper imperial, you'll want a stronger emperor than what he is. Tiberius, I can't remember his name now. Anyway, finished the first couple of Fighters Guild quests, but the leader in Solitude doesn't have the option to ask for more work. It says, I have not yet completed the Forsworn Conspiracy, so I went to finish that and escape from prison, but I still can't seem to get any new quest from the Fighters Guild leader. That's from Nugget Schoon. Actually, there's more. Am I now locked out from further missions? Should I answer that one? Because that's example of what I've said, right? That is actually answered in the quest dialogue. Right? The quest dialogue tells you what to do. Well, when you listen to the guy, he tells you what to do, where to go, who to speak to. And Nugget Schoon there hasn't actually listened. Do you know, Nugget, just this once I'm going to answer your question, but understand these are the questions that I normally ignore. Go to Markaf, go to the inn there, there's a guy in there, speak to him, right? I'm not going to tell you who, you're going to find out. But don't hold your breath, it's a bit on the benefit, that's a different video. More down here, playthrough, just popped in, that's General. Loyal General, he's been following me for a long time now. Nice to see you, Loyal. Yeah, I think that's the questions for now anyway. Just so you know, JJ Adams has done a playthrough for Return to Helgen, if anybody wants to see it. I don't actually have the link, but if you go to the Discord channel in general, you should see a link that he's posted somewhere in the chat log. Right now, we'll leave it there. Hope you understand where I'm coming from a bit better. I do get frustrated answering the same questions over and over again when it's in the game. Usually, when somebody asks the same question over and over and I don't answer it or haven't answered it, I add it to a readme somewhere, or I make a video about it or something along them lines. Videos aren't as easily found as a website with a guide on it. You can't Google a video, so I'm aware of the limitations, and it's one of the reasons I need to think about getting my site back up and running. But yeah. Always read the readmes and the quest logs first, guys. Right? Do that and I'm on your side. Don't do that and I won't be on your side. Right. Anyhow, yeah, we're going to carry on with the playthroughs today. I think at some point I want a game of Elder Scrolls Online. I want to explore Black Marsh because I picked that up in a Steam sale for £10 or £11. So I'm interested in seeing that, because Black Marsh is an area I've always thought would be a really good area for a new single player game like Skyrim. That and Valenwood, right? The two there are the areas that I think would, because based on what's already said about them, would be the most interesting. ESO hasn't done Valenwood justice, and I don't think it'll do Black Marsh justice either. Anyway, see you later.